Most of today's biggest blockbuster movies are from, you guessed it, comics. What comic fans have secretly known for years is that some of the best stories come from none other than comic books. Here is Brett Chilman, who once held the record for the biggest comic book collection in the world.
I think the thing that I like most about comic books is there's so many aspects to it. You've got the reading side, you've got the collecting side, you've got the artwork side, and now you've even got the movie side. So it has to appeal to someone. And then you've even got the older people like myself now, because they're older and they've got a little bit more money than what they did when they were 8, they're actually getting into the investment side. So there are people out there that are doing very well on the investing into comic books. Now I've got my detective comics here. I've got my Spider-Mans over there. I've got some Batmans here. So I've got all the big names, you know, the Punishers that everyone likes. The main reason I started getting into comic books when I was younger is I used to play basketball and we used to travel, and the coach would say, get yourself a hobby that you can do while you're travelling. And there's not many hobbies you can do while you're travelling. And luckily a friend of mine had a box of comic books and said, look, if you've got nothing to do you want to read these?
Great. So this is how many years of collecting?
Oh, this is 25 years of collecting.
Wow, 25 years of collecting.
So I started reading them, and then all of a sudden in the issue it's got, please refer to this issue if you want to know more. So silly me went, well, I know nothing about it, I've just started collecting. So I had to go and buy those issues, and then you get into that character, and then other characters join the comic book, so then you want to know more about other characters, and then from there it just expands and expands. And then luckily, part of the deal was whenever I travelled I was allowed to bring one box of comic books back, but it didn't say how big the box could be. So me being smart, got the biggest box I could possibly get and fill it. After 15 years of travelling, my nana had a room full of comic books in her house that I just stored, and she always keeps bragging about how she used to store my comic books in her house in the room. And then when I did retire I had the time to go through them all. And then from there people were contacting me saying, do you have a spare copy of this, do you want to swap? So from there it just got so big that I decided I wanted to build a vault in my house to store them all in. And then when I had kids, of course I named my kids after comic books. So I've got Tristan after Prince Tristan from Stardust. I've got Logan, which is the easy one, that's Wolverine. And then I've got Isabel, who's named after Tinkerbell, and Isabel after Beauty and the Beast.
Brett has some very rare comic books in his collection. He's even held his own comic book exhibition held at the Allenbrook Arts Centre, just east of Perth.
Oh, collecting always makes me happy. I think it's more of an OCD thing at the moment. You know, you have to just do it as part of your life. People actually refer to me as the comic guy now. So I've got comic guy plates. Even at work, people refer to me as the comic guy. My kids refer to me as the comic guy to their friends. So it's one of those things that I've just been associated with that. And I've been lucky enough to expand my collection and be so well known now that I've done my own galleries. I've helped the government try to set up comic book libraries and things like that. So I'm trying to show my passion to everyone else. So there has to be something there that someone appeals to in some way or another. It's just basically everything that I don't have I buy.
Oh, really super.
So, all this love of books, comics, movies, games, characters and stories all provide us with what the human heart needs: interaction and entertainment. I think as collectors, it just makes us happy to know that our collection is there with us anytime we need it. Someone once told me that they really love people that are passionate about what they like. Well, I love filmmaking. I love pop culture, I love movies, and yes, I love toys. Am I a bit crazy? Am I obsessed? Am I a geek or a nerd? I think probably all of the above. But you know what? I'm proud.